Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
Hi, my name's Alessio. You're watching my Auntie Danny. And good morning, Frederick. And I love it.
Good. Oh, geez, Louise. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, October 8th. I'm your host, Danny Gurrie. Oh my gosh, my nephew is the cutest thing ever. I freaking love it. He's so adorable. 4 years old. Fan already. I just can't even stand it. All right. Can't wait to see him in November for Thanksgiving. All right, let's go over the show rundown. Today, we got a packed show. I'm going to move right through it. We got Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express this morning. Also going to go over what's happening in Frederick. We got all your events for this week and this weekend. Then there's an interview with Ashe Anthony from Laila's Legacy Animal Rescue. You got your tech tip with Ashley from 34 Blast. Under the Hood with Tyler Mead from Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. And I'm going to recap 5 minutes with Veronica Lowe, the Board of Education candidate we had last night on the stream for the town hall. Don't forget, when you buy the Good Morning Frederick merch, you're helping local organizations. Right now, we are donating our proceeds to Christmas Cash for Kids. And that is for all sales made now through December. I love it. Well, we'll probably have to actually do it through November because Christmas Cash for Kids is the first week in December. So actually, I'm going to have to update that. But we will make sure and get something nice for those kiddos in Frederick County so that they have a Christmas. All right, I'm begging right now. 7 people away from 1,000. I can't even believe it. It's amazing. You guys have done such a great job sharing it. I've seen it on social. I appreciate you guys so much. But once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway of 5 long sleeve Good Morning Frederick tees, 1 fleece, and who knows what else I'll throw in because I'm so excited about it. So please share the stream if you can today. Tell a friend, hey, have you checked out Good Morning Frederick? You are my word of mouth, and I appreciate it very much. And I'm working on my other marketing too, don't you worry. But I'm hoping I'm attending a speed networking event today with the chamber. Supposedly there's about 30 people who are going to be there. So I'm going to see how many I can get to subscribe today who haven't already subscribed. Don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car, you just want to listen to Good Morning Frederick, you can on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms. All right, let's get this thing started. I want to thank our show sponsor, We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or somewhere around the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that whole process easy. They're veteran owned and a huge supporter of this Frederick community and communities around the country right now, doing a huge drive with Pulling for Veterans to get supplies to North Carolina. We'll have more about that in what's happening in Frederick and later in the show as well. But we couldn't help as much without the assistance of We Help You Move. When someone's asking, hey, do you know a mover? Please put in there, We Help You Move, wehelpyoumove.com for more information. Give Nicholas a call or anyone on his team, and he's going to help you out. All right, I got Bob Miller here. We're going to jump in with him quickly, and hopefully Chris will be able to join us. We'll see what happens right here. All right. I'm sorry. I'm getting a text from Pulling for Veterans with all the items they're collecting this weekend to help out our friends in North Carolina. How are you this morning, Bob?
Well, you know what? We're doing good, and I hope it doesn't have to happen. But I mean, with Hurricane Milton coming barreling down on the Tampa area, they might have to move some of that stuff down to Florida to help some other people.
Unbelievable. I don't understand what is going on. I don't know if I feel like something at work is I don't know. It's very, very strange.
Then I saw something where there's another one that's about 12 days out as well. So, I mean, it is hurricane season, but it seems like they're exceptionally strong right now. Obviously, Milton is barreling down, and they've been talking about where it's gonna hit. They're looking at St. Pete. They're looking at the Tampa area, which is where they think the eye is going to come. Now, from what I was listening to the other day, that somebody was talking about it, and they said, look, this is not as big as Helene, but it is way more powerful than Helene. The eye of the storm is more powerful, even though it's smaller. But now I've heard that it's going to try to pick up some more steam and get a little bit bigger as it approaches. So,
well, they're really talking about the storm surge. So the force of water that comes on shore is going to be like nothing Tampa has ever seen. They're talking about like 8 to 12 feet or something crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, obviously, when you have cities that are right there on the water, this is something that they have to deal with. The other thing that Chris and I were talking about earlier, and welcome, Chris, is that the debris from Helene is still there. So the state is doing everything it can in its power to get rid of the debris. I don't know if you saw Jim Cantori on the Weather Channel yesterday. He was like, look, and he's picking up a 2x4, and he goes, this is going to be a problem. You've got 135, 140 mile an hour winds. He goes, this becomes a projectile missile. And he goes, that can cause a lot of damage. And he goes, you're going to have a lot of debris flying around. So that's going to be something that I think a lot of people are going to have to deal with. I'm looking at my neighbor who's getting ready to leave. I don't know if she's evacuating or she's going to hunker down. Because there's no.
Well, that's always
not a big
the
secret.
Choice that has to be made, right? So when my mom lived down in Beaufort, South Carolina, they went through, I think, 4 or 5. Matthew they got hit the hardest. But yeah, it's that do we go? Do we stay? And then if you don't, goodness gracious, are you trapped? And that's terrible. Really? Well,
that's one of the things, obviously people kind of know where I live, but we're kind of up on a hill. So, and we are right in the path of the eye of the hurricane. We've decided to stay. We've been through Hurricane Ian, which was about 90 mile an hour winds. This looks like it's going to be about 100, maybe a bit more. I have a very sturdy house. Obviously I'm worried about windows. I'm worried about my roof and the things of that nature. But I think that where we are in the center of the state, somebody was like another town over, and they're like, well, when do we evacuate? And somebody wrote, your town is where people from the coast go to evacuate.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
I
and
mean, being in the center of the state, it gives us a little bit of comfort, not a whole lot, but a little bit of comfort that we won't be hit as hard with Hurricane Milton.
yeah,
But people
look,
don't.
we pray that that is the case because obviously, and just I just feel horrible for the people who are just not. They're still reeling from this
Yeah.
other Helene.
It,
It's just crazy.
it's like they're in the ring with Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali, and they just keep getting punched left and right. And
Yeah.
and I'm sure there'll be people who will look at this, and the insurance companies they love to just disappear on you down here. And I'm just, I think people might reevaluate where they live. And, it's nice to live along the water. Everybody wants the salt life or the lake life. But
Yeah.
it is going to be it's going to be a big one. I do think the governor did a great job with opening up the shoulders for people to drive on I-4 and I-75, and people are heeding the advice. They are evacuating. So
Yeah.
it's good. And all you have to do is go maybe as far as, Jacksonville or, go to the Panhandle or something, and you should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay safe, whatever you choose. And if you are hunkering down, make sure people know that you're okay. Make sure your battery's in the water and, everything that you have. Because I'm sure people are going to be without power, and
Yeah.
that's going to be a big issue. And gas, Governor DeSantis said there's going to be gas. He goes, you might go to a station, they might be out, but it's coming. He goes,
Yeah.
we got it coming. So I just love his response to all this.
I do too. Look, he has proven himself time and time again to be the governor of the for plan and then the during plan and the post plan. Like, it's not like he waits to see what's happening and then responds. He's trying to get out in front as much as possible, and I do feel like he I'm so glad that he seems to be taking care of things as much as he can
Right.
while waiting for this next one to hit. So,
Yep.
oh goodness. All right, Chris, what is happening in the news today?
All right. So if you're a young person in grades K through 12 and have an idea to grow or start a business, I love this. You can participate in Frederick City's first ever Junior Entrepreneur Pitch Competition. It'll be held Tuesday, October 29th from 5:30 p.m. until 8:30 at the Spires Arts Stages at 15 West Patrick Street. Now, the city says that it's an opportunity for young people to showcase their ideas, practice public speaking, and receive valuable feedback from judges. It's also a chance for these young people to network with other young entrepreneurs and gain insights to the business world. I think this is absolutely awesome. Listen, these young people, they're starting out young, and you never know what they're going to invent as they get older. Who knows what they can do? So I think it's great. I love the entrepreneur spirit.
I'm going to help mentor some of these kids with the city. I think the grant that they can win is like $5,000.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a little Shark Tank. Probably not nearly as mean
Tough.
as Shark Tank, but it's
Get me on there. I
they
can make that happen.
they get to pitch for their ideas, and I'm so excited to be working with the city on this. We're going to be hopefully interviewing the kids. I hope leading up to, but certainly after, we'll make sure and get them on. I love the fact that kids can learn the entrepreneurial spirit, really, because what it shows them is they never have to be beholden to somebody else to make a living. And I think that is one of the greatest lessons you can be taught. And if you can be taught that at a young age, I think that's even better. So any school-aged young person, so from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, we lost Bob, can
The
be
hurricane
in
didn't
this.
hit there yet, did it?
What?
The hurricane didn't hit there yet, did it? He lost power already? Yeesh.
Well, he better be working on something big, or you're going to be running this show by yourself for a long time. But anyway, yeah, that the entrepreneur, that's going to be very, very cool. I can't wait to talk to them. That's going to be good.
I think it'd be fun also too to have the youngster who wins them and their parents on the Morning News Express because it's great local content. And I can't agree. There you are. I thought the hurricane started already and we lost you.
Well, you know what? It's you knew I was going to make a comment about you saying I like this is the best thing ever, and I figure you just kind of tried to pull the plug on me. So
I don't have that kind of power. That only comes from Danny. She only has that power to get rid of us, not me.
Yeah. So very excited about that event, though. It's going to be great.
it's going to be a great event. Absolutely.
I was saying, Bob, I think it'd be great to have the youngster who wins on the Morning News Express.
We will.
Yeah.
We will make sure you guys
great
get
local content. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we
All
can
right.
steal the idea.
There you go. Shh, Bob, that's supposed to be between you and me. We can't talk about that.
You're
All
not
right,
supposed to be on the DL.
Yeah,
Right.
it's supposed to be the DL. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration's National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day is scheduled for Saturday, October 26th. The Frederick County Health Department says it's an opportunity for residents to safely dispose of dangerous, expired, unused, and unwanted prescription drugs. Citizens can dispose of prescription and over-the-counter medications in pill form only, so no liquid, in pill form only. They can also dispose of prescription patches, pet medications in pill form, and sharps, including syringes, needles, and auto injectors. However, these sharps must be separated from all the other medications. Now, the drive-through event will occur at the Frederick County Health Department at 350 Montague Lane and the Maryland State Police Barrack at 110 Airport Drive from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. A Maryland State Police helicopter rescued some stranded kayakers on Sunday on the Potomac River in Montgomery County, which is absolutely why I don't go kayaking. Trooper 3, based in Frederick, was dispatched and conducted hoist missions with the assistance on the ground from the Montgomery County Swift Water Rescue personnel. Officials say the helicopter was called out due to rough waters where the kayakers were stranded. And just also an FYI about me, I'm ashamed to say Chris Michaels, do not know how to swim. So kayaking is out of the question for me. I once almost drowned in my bathtub. That's how unswimming I am. So there you go.
It's
Showers
interesting
only.
that he grew up in a city. So yeah, I can't imagine not learning how to swim.
Nope.
We should fix that. We should get you into the
Well,
pool, Chris. It's
I
not
think
that hard.
actually I would love to do a series on this show about Chris taking swimming lessons at the Y.
Yes.
I
think
when you're looking at the Hudson River and you see people going fishing and those fish come out with 3 eyes and 2 mouths, you don't go swimming in said Hudson River.
well,
Well,
that's
you go in a
because people
swimming pool, not
yeah.
not the body trash filled laden.
That's because
Hey,
people
listen,
didn't-
wait. Hold on a second. I'll have you know, when I want to go visit my uncles, I go to the bottom of the Hudson River. That's where a lot of them are. Thank you very much. Sorry.
I'm just
Cement shoe wearing.
so you understand what happens when you don't take your drugs to the drug-free drug drop-off and you drop them into the water or the Hudson River.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not like
Now,
this.
have you ever been in a pool, like just waist high or anything?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you
I
don't
don't like
you're not
pools.
afraid to get in the pool. You don't know how to do the swimming.
As long as I'm within 3 feet of water, I'm fine. However, I am not a fan of pools, especially when they turn yellow. That's happened before. It's not because of me, but other people I've been with.
You know, I have a sign at my house that says "Enjoy our ool." You'll notice there's no P. Keep it that way.
That's awesome.
We're
Yeah, Chris,
horrible. We have just-
we're getting you some swimming lessons. This is gonna be
Right.
fun.
That'll be the next Frederick for less.
Yeah, there you go, Bob. We'll do it for Christmas Cash for Kids. There we go.
There you go.
Yes, we'll get donations. I'm gonna auction you to get donations for Christmas Cash for Kids. I like it.
Yep. Patrick Mahomes threw for 331 yards. Travis Kelce caught 9 passes, 70 yards. Kareem Kareem Hunt ran 27 times, scored a touchdown. Chiefs had no problems with the Saints on Monday Night Football. Last night they won 26-13. Kerry Carpenter had one of those moments that you will live in infamy in baseball. He hit a 3-run homer with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the bottom of the 9th inning, sending the Tigers to a dramatic 3-0 win over the Guardians in Game 2 on Monday night of the American League Division Series. The Kansas City Royals beat the New York Yankees 4-2 on Monday night to even up their series at 1 game apiece. Next game is Wednesday night at Kansas City. High school action from yesterday. Congratulations going out to Urbana's Claire Sohn. Successfully defended her 3A, 4A district girls title in golf. She carded a 69 at Black Rock Golf Course in Hagerstown on Monday. Boys soccer, it was Brunswick over Catoctin. Graham Putman had 3 goals, 8-0. Tuscarora over Oakdale, 4-3. Nantoni Kalala had 2 goals and 2 assists. Walkersville blanks Clear Spring to zip Urbana over Linganore by a score of 3-2. Girls soccer, Oakdale over Tuscarora. Bears are 11-0 this season, going after their second state championship. Their goal differential this season, 42-2. That's unheard of in soccer. Yes.
Holy cow.
Right? There you go. The Bears are the bomb. Walkersville over Clear Spring 8-0. Brunswick Downs Catoctin 8-0. There you go.
Yeah.
You know what? I shortchanged you, Danny. I forgot to do the weather, so I'll do that real quick. Not a whole lot to say. Today, mostly sunny with the high temperature near 70. And tonight, partly cloudy skies, low around 45. And tomorrow, mainly sunny sky, high 71. Tomorrow night, clear skies, low of 45. So as Bob says, and he's been doing his English thing today where he mentioned, he said telly and knickers. So it's going to be a little chilly. So get your knickers on and otherwise you might freeze. What are knickers anyway, actually? Are they...
I was almost on the dump button there for a second. Almost if I had one.
Yeah, you said this is the interweb. Everything's good on the interweb.
Yeah, knickers ain't bad, right? You said that on air.
Yeah.
Get your knickers in a twist.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's your undies. Your undies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't show us that. Okay. All
right. Yeah.
We just call it where I'm from. We call it drawers. What do I know?
Oh boy. All right. Well, Bob, keep us updated. Stay safe down there. We
Absolutely.
pray that it just dies down. Where are the people from Twisters when you need them to put the stuff in there and calm all the stuff?
Yeah, where are those people that fly? Could you imagine being somebody who has their job is to fly through that thing to tell you what it's doing?
Measure it. Well, I'm hoping we're doing it with drones and not with people, but.
I read an article about a young lady who was that's what she does. She flies through the hurricanes. And I feel scared when I go, bumpity bump going down into BWI or Orlando or something. I'm like, oh my God. And these people are they're going through a hurricane.
They're the thrill seekers for sure.
Yeah, not me.
All right, gentlemen. Well, we appreciate you very much. We will see you tomorrow morning.
Stay safe, Bob, okay?
Good morning, Fred.
Oh, I love it. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick with the calendar of events. Good morning. Good morning to you all. We've got Ashe Anthony from Laila's Legacy Animal Rescue, a tech tip with Ashley from 34 Blast, Under the Hood with Tyler Mead from Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, and we'll recap 5 minutes with Veronica Lowe, the Board of Education candidate. That's all coming up right after this.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining family beyond compare.
clicked the wrong button, but that's okay. We'll just get right rolling with what's happening in Frederick, sponsored by Taco Bar. Taco Tuesday, everybody. 20% off tacos all day long at Taco Bar. They are at West Point Plaza on Route 40. They've got steak, chicken, al pastor, carnitas, and fish tacos. There's also some vegan options as well. And if you want something a little bit different, how about trying the beef tongue and small intestine tacos? They are available at Taco Bar. You can find more details at tacobar1.com. All right, when you want to know what's happening in Frederick, you go to the best calendar in all of I'm telling you, the state of Maryland doesn't have a calendar as comprehensive as we've put together here in Frederick. You guys are very, very lucky. So go to promocircus.com, click on everything Frederick Live and the calendar of events. But what I'm putting together for you is really just a synopsis so that you don't have to just be looking at text on a screen. I got some pictures and some other things with information. Thought I might make this a little bit easier. And we're working on some other things too. I just probably need some help to do it. All right. Ongoing efforts for Hurricane Helene, and hopefully we're not adding Milton to this as well. But there are a ton of things going on. If you go to the calendar, you will see at the very top of every day, it's a 7 a.m., there are the hurricane relief efforts post, and it's got all the links inside, and that will tell you all the ways that you can help. I have only pulled those organizations that are either companies that I know or nonprofits that, we can do our due diligence on. So you will see all of the links there. But right now, everyone local should be focused on the efforts by Pulling for Veterans. Pulling for Veterans is right now, this weekend, putting together some huge efforts to collect tons of things to send down to North Carolina. They are working directly with the American Legion in North Carolina. They cannot have people just showing up with truckloads of stuff, because what's happening is when people do that, they're diverting those supplies, not actually yet getting to the people that they need to get to, right? So when you're with an organized group, you're going to make sure that the supplies are getting to where they are most needed. All right. Today is Tuesday. Well, FCPS was 4 hours late for elementary and middle school conferences. Hopefully you had a nice sleep in if you were able. High school sports throughout the county. Again, we talk about this, supporting your local high schools means you're supporting your local neighborhoods, not only the kids in it, but maybe a lot of the employees as well. There's tons of programming going on today with Frederick County Public Library. You can see that. But I thought this craft pumpkin paint and sip at Old Mother Brewing looked very cool. They're doing like the Van Gogh and the Halloween. That is so adorable. Mine wouldn't look anything like that, though, so I would probably offer to pay the person doing this to take their pumpkin, but it's very, very cool. That's at 6:30 tonight. Tomorrow, don't forget the free microchip clinic at Frederick County Animal Control from 10 to 3. Thursday, the home of everything Frederick opens. Go get your Good Morning Frederick gear. We've got beanies, fleece jackets, and I added a second size, a little smaller sticker. So for just $2, you can purchase a little sticker, and the proceeds are going to go to Christmas Cash for Kids. All right, Friday, you can head to the Ordinary Hen, which is where Thatcher and Ryan Volt used to be, formerly of all of those things. There is a screening of the documentary Inspired. You can have dinner and or drinks and watch the clips and ask questions of the producers. That's at 7:30 this Friday at the Ordinary Hen. And Inspired is going to be a really cool documentary. They have gone, you can go to their website actually and see some of the interviews that they've already done. Don't forget Saturday and Sunday is Color Fest, both days, which is very cool. And if you don't want to go to Color Fest, stay away from Thermont. That's all I got to say. Do not, if you were going to try to go to the bank, like Woodsboro Bank in Thermont, or if you just wanted to run an errand or you were just heading up there, divert 100% because it is going to be packed, because I believe the weather's going to be nice. And that means thousands of people from all over our region will be inundating Thermont. Now, if you want to sell something, hook up with somebody there. I know you have to get permits for yard sales and all that good stuff, but there may still be time. But if you want to shop for the holidays, this is when a lot of people do that. Sunday, you got the Frederick Social Mimosa Brunch from 11 to 2. And these things I want you to save the dates for. October 18th, Cocktails and Carbs to benefit Hartley House. That is happening, and it is a precursor to the Walk a Mile in Their Shoes. And that also benefits Hartley House on October 19th. Please buy your tickets for Cocktails and Carbs. We're going to talk way more about that coming up over the next few days. October 26th, we've got Canines on the Creek to benefit FSK Lions Club. And November 2nd, Second Chances Garage has their road rally / visual scavenger hunt / poker run. And that's a great event, even if you want to do it with your kids, because they can be spotting some of the items needed as you drive along Frederick County countryside. And we love that as well. It's happening more out. You start, I think, and finish at Adventure Park. So out that way, that part of the county is where you will be driving. And it's very cool the way they do it as you're driving along the map, or, the roadway. They have clues, but they're kind of cryptic. So you have to kind of use your brain power and focus on what you're doing. And the kids love to do that. So, and it benefits an amazing cause. All right. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, and I will get it on the show. All right. Let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Local Compass is coming tomorrow. That is our time with one of the representatives from Antietam World Travel Service. But tomorrow, we also have a representative from Royal Caribbean, and we talk about booking cruises and all that great stuff you may want to know about travel. Antietam World Travel Service is convenience, experience, and connections. Go to antietamtravel.com now, and you can get started on your dream vacation. All right, Ashe Anthony is all about helping the dog breeds with the bad PR. She and friend Madison Richwine established Laila's Legacy Animal Rescue just about a year ago, and so far, they've exceeded their original goals, and perhaps you can help them to exceed even more over the next year. Here's Ashe. Well, you guys know I have a soft spot in my heart for all animals. I've rescued all of mine. And when we interviewed Tabitha Brock the other day, she mentioned she rescued a pup as well. Well, foster failed, I think, a pup as well. And I have Ashe Anthony with me today. Is it Laila's Legacy?
It is Laila's Legacy Animal Rescue.
Laila's Legacy Animal Rescue. We love anybody who helps our animals out. So tell me a little bit. First of all, welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having us.
Of course. Tell me a little bit about how the rescue got started.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I am one of the co-founders. My fellow co-founder, Madison Richwine, and I started this organization last year in 2023 with a goal of saving the lives of dogs that were impacted by breed bias and behavioral or medical challenges and recently launched into cats this year as well. She and I have known each other for many moons, and this is something so near and dear to our hearts that the DMV community really needed. And so it made sense for us to launch this. And we are very lucky to say that we've saved over 370 lives since we started last year.
That's pretty impressive for 1 year,
Yeah.
370. I like how you used, what was your term?
Breed bias is
Breed biased. Breed
Mhm.
bias. That's really interesting. So, where do you find the dogs and or cats now, I guess, that you choose to rescue?
Yeah, we get asks from all over the place. It can be anything from an owner surrender, but to a shelter. But most of the animals that we pull, over 70% of them actually come from PG County. They are one of the last remaining counties in the United States of America to have a breed ban in place that doesn't allow dogs that are deemed a bully breed to live in the county. So they are the most in need in our direct community. But we also pull from Montgomery County, Berks County Shelter, HRA in DC, Southern Virginia, and have even gone as far south as Georgia and Florida. So we do pull all over, but we try to focus as much of our efforts as we can on the local community.
Wow, that's unreal. Yeah. And I'm sure there's always a greater need than capacity, but
Always.
so you work on a foster system, is that correct?
That's right. We are fully foster based, which is a delineation between a shelter and a rescue most of the time. So a shelter has a standalone facility. They sometimes do have foster homes, but the majority of the time they have kennel space. A foster based organization like us, we rely fully on foster homes. So Laila's Legacy's capacity is dependent on how many humans are willing to open their hearts and home as a foster. And without that, we can't save more lives, even if we had the financial capacity or our team had capacity to do more work. Foster homes is really the only way that we're able to do that.
Yes, yes. So currently, how many fosters do you have?
In our roster, we have just over 500 fosters in our system, but most foster programs run on a thirds rule, which means that there's a third of that grouping that are active and actively moving around with animals. There's a third that are traveling and can't right now, and a third that are taking a pause for whatever reason. So at any moment, you typically want to have somewhere between 3 to 5 times as many animals as you have in care, which is where we're acting currently. Most of the time, we have somewhere between 90 to 110 animals in care. And so we have somewhere around that, 1 to
Yeah,
200 animals, 1 to
yeah.
200 fosters that are active.
So if there is a family out there who would love to be a foster, is that information I'm assuming is available on your website?
Absolutely. We try to make it as easy as humanly possible. The first step for anyone is to fill out our foster form, which is available on our website, lailaslegacyanimalrescue.org. And then one of our team members will do a phone call with you, which is just to really talk about what it looks like. What does the program look like? How does it work for someone in your space? Do you have kids or dogs or cats in the home? What's your schedule like? What kind of animal would you need to be fostering? And answer any questions that you have. And if it goes well and you decide to move forward, then we match you with a foster animal, whether that's one that we have in care or one that's in the shelter that needs to get out urgently.
Awesome. And I think you guys have a big event coming up here
We
soon.
do. We
And
do
tell us,
on
yeah,
October
tell us about that.
11th. Yeah, October 11th, so very, very soon. Friday, October 11th from 7 to 9 p.m. in Eastern Market, DC. We will be having our first annual gala. We're really excited as our team has been working very hard on this this event, but we'll have a silent auction. There'll be music, cocktails, food, etc., and everything that's raised from the gala and in general, any donations ever made towards our organization, 100% of it goes towards our animals. So it'll be a celebration of how many lives we've saved in our year and a half of operations and a way to give back to the community and hopefully raise some money for us to continue operations in 2025.
Yes, I mean that's phenomenal. And again, I mean, I think it's great. You guys are, as you told me, an all volunteer based organization. So 100% of the donations and money raised goes to these animals. What are your goals now as we're nearing 2024, the end of it, for 2025? Do you have any big
Yeah.
numbers on the horizon?
That's my favorite question to be asked because when we made our goals, when Madison and I made our goals for the organization, we had a 1, 2, 3, year goal of how many animals we would save per year, and we surpassed our 2-year goal in our first year. So
Wow.
we have realigned our goals, and for 2025, our goal is to save 500 lives just in that year alone, which would put us almost 1,000 lives in the first 3 years. So that is our big goal. In order for us to achieve that, we definitely need to fundraise. So the gala is a huge part of that. But just in general, more fosters, volunteers, and donors is the best way to help us reach that.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, we think what you're doing is excellent. We want you to keep
Thank you.
charging on. We will be sure to share your website with all of our viewers and information about the gala. And
Amazing.
we look forward to hopefully maybe getting you some fosters or watching you continue to grow this organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, we love that. It's hard to believe there's actually a breed ban, but that happens, and these guys are doing their work. All right, got to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back with Ashe's tech tip and under the hood, as well as back with Veronica Lowe right after this. These are the ones I missed a little, little bit earlier. Have to get done.
Join Hartley House on October 18th and 19th for 2 incredible events. Get your tickets for Cocktails and Carbs on Friday the 18th from 6 until 9 and plan to attend Walk a Mile in Their Shoes on the 19th at 10 a.m. in Baker Park. Your participation will help to end intimate partner violence. Details at hartleyhouse.org.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come sling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
All right. ANS Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick. ANS Construction specializes in roofing, siding, windows. They also do gutters, patios, and decks. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Don't forget, you can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Tell Sandra that Danny sent you when you contact them. ANS Construction, 301-703-2157 or info@ansconstruction.net. All right, let me get that off. All right, let's head over to Ken's Automotive and check out Tyler Reed. I'm at Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care with Tyler Mead.
Hello, Danny.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Now, I am wondering, why do we have to change our transmission fluid?
Okay. So transmission fluid is detergent-based fluid, so it actually cleans as it operates.
Okay.
Most manufacturers either go with a lifetime fluid kind of deal, which is pretty much false. Most of them, or every car needs to be changed for fluid.
Okay.
What ends up happening is your clutches wear and tear, and it creates that fluid, and it basically makes it black and gritty. That basically either wears down clutches faster or it makes a buildup on those clutches. And then when you go and flush it with a high mileage, it removes that material and causes specifications to go down. It's like kind of washing your clothes in the same water you wash your last set in. You don't do it.
Gotcha.
It's the same deal.
So when you say clutch, are you talking just on a manual car or also automatic?
Nope. Automatics, internally they have clutches. And they have what they call clutch packs, and inside, or they're inside drums. And they use the fluid to apply to allow you to drive forward. With that fluid being dirty and gritty, can cause temp issues for running hot. Can cause it to basically slip or cause like a torque converter shutter. And that stuff just, all it needs is regular maintenance, and it would probably solve most of the problems.
Okay, how often should we change our transmission?
Recommendations through us are every 30,000 miles.
Okay, every 30,000 miles. Now, this is something that you guys keep an eye on when you bring your car here, right?
Absolutely, yes.
This is what I love, because I can't keep track, but you guys will, and let me know when that needs to happen.
Yep, every yearly health assessment you do, we go over everything for future and what's needed now.
Well, that's why we love it. Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, right at West Patrick and Jefferson Streets here in Frederick. Been around for
58 years.
58 years.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, God, that's a long. That's like around how old I am. They've been around, family owned and operated. Bring your car here. You won't be disappointed. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, want to thank Tyler Mead for that. Family owned, locally operated, 58 years. I think they've been in Frederick for almost 50 of those, or 40 something for sure. It's great. All right, let's talk about some great people in Frederick. We love that. All right. I forgot to do my poor husband. I'm gonna put him after this. We're I got myself all discombobulated this morning again. All right. We're going to go ahead and do People of Frederick, sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. They are organizing trailer loads of supplies in North Carolina. They're in need of volunteers to help at donation drop-off sites this weekend, sorting and loading. And there's tons of items needed. They're looking for like cold weather outerwear, jackets, blankets, tents, canopy shelters, sleeping bags. Please go to Pulling for Veterans Facebook page. They're updating that all the time. There are tons of places that are taking drop-offs, including the home of everything Frederick. But they've got a full list. And I'm trying to read the text I got, but it was quite long. So drop-offs, Food Pro, Ken's Automotive and Transmission, Total Car Care. We love that. Orioles Nest, Frederick American Legion, and Brunswick Crossing by the volleyball court. They say starting tomorrow, you're going to want to check the Facebook page for the hours for the drop-offs. A lot of these drop-offs are not just when the business is open. Some of them require having a volunteer at the trailer to make sure the things you're dropping off are getting to Pulling for Veterans. Okay. All right. Last night, I sat down with Veronica Lowe from the Board of Education, did about a 45-minute interview, asking her all the same questions we asked the other candidates. So if you haven't seen that, please check that out on the YouTube channel. But I always give everybody a couple of minutes at the end to say whatever they want to say. And so here is Veronica Lowe and her 5 minutes. Give you the floor to really just let the voters know why on November 5th they should be marking, or early voting starts the 26th to the 24th to the 31st, why they should mark you down for Board of Ed.
Well, I mean, I hope that a lot of the communication and discussion that I've just had gives a lot of reason. But, people ask me why. Why am I doing this? And part of it is, because I can. But this is really an assignment. And I have a strong faith And I know that God has assigned me to do this. He has given me affirmation after affirmation. And I'm not going to not stop because I know this is what he wants me to do. He gave me the talents, the skills, the experience to be able to do this. He said, you just have to make the time.
Yeah.
And so I was on a lot of boards and commissions, and I got off of a lot of those so that I could, make the time. And now I'll be retiring in January or February. So I really will have the time. So he's made a way for that. And so I believe in service. I've always believed in service. I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Chi Theta Omega chapter here in Frederick. And from the day that I got here in Frederick, I was in service. And so I believe in service. I fell in love with Frederick. And I think, we have a great school system. We just have to, one, keep it that way and elevate it. And I think that, I have the skills and ability to do that. I have, as I said, the transportation, but I have the business. My master's degree is business administration with a concentration in leadership study, and my undergrad is in human resources. And so it's like everything that I've done all my life has brought me here. And so I just feel that I'm someone that brings something very different to the table. As I stated, I think a board needs to be diverse, not only in gender and race, but in experience. And I think that my presence on the board will make the community in which we serve feel more comfortable in coming to board meetings or having someone to call that is going to advocate on their behalf. And so I'm a fighter, and I'm not gonna just, do the status quo. I want our students to succeed. I want our teachers to have what they need. And I say teachers, but our staff as a whole, what they need to be able to make our children successful and be able to, move beyond Frederick or stay right here in Frederick and be happy and proud of the education that they've received. And so I just have, it's, like I said, it's on assignment, and I know that it's something that I can do. And I definitely believe in, everybody working together, that conflict resolution. We're not going to always agree, but, bridging that gap, because one of the things that I've been so shocked about was how political this is. And I'm like, I'm not political, and a school board shouldn't be political. It's about what is right for students, staff, and teachers. And so, and that's what I'm committed to doing. I have no skin in the game. I'm not trying to get to the next position. I'm going to do this and be done.
Check the box.
Right. Everybody says, oh, you're going to go. No. But yeah, just, I really feel that I am somebody who can, come to the table, represent the community, represent the parents, and I have lots of community partners. I was in Leadership Frederick, class of 2018. We had 47 in our class. So, I have a lot of resources, people that I can reach out to. And I just want to do that.
Well, look, we appreciate you. I appreciate your, you anytime I ask a question, and this goes back to even when we first met, you really take time and absorb kind of what I'm saying before you respond. So I know you're not just ticking off the talking points or anything like that, which I love about you. And you really do, I feel, seem to take that moment to really listen to what people are saying. And I think that's one of the most important things, right? That parents and teachers and staff can feel heard, validated, and then, hopefully solutions can be
When I was the
in
director
place.
of transportation, I used to have roundtable discussions with the bus drivers once a month. And so I would let 10 sign up. We would meet at the Roy Rogers on 26, and they each could ask one question. And sometimes I'd be able to answer them, and sometimes I wouldn't. And I'd have to say, okay, I'll get back to you. And then I would ask them, okay, can I put your, your question and your name in the newsletter? Because we did a newsletter once a month. And so I would then share with the rest of the staff the questions that were asked and what the responses were, because I truly believe in listening to our frontline employees and communication, making sure that everybody kind of knows what's going on. Communication is hard, but we've got to do our best to try to communicate. So I truly believe in listening to everybody, bringing everybody to the table when it comes to making decisions. And one of the things that I didn't mention that I'm very passionate about is our IEP process. I think that the school system either needs to provide parents with an advocate or provide them with a list of resources. We have parents going into these meetings clueless. And they have to make decisions and sign documents. Right
Legal
then and there.
documents. And I've interviewed a couple of these advocates actually who are from the private sector who sometimes volunteer, sometimes it is parent pay, but they go in with the parents to help them because they say sometimes there's like 7 people from FCPS sitting across the table from parents who are just want their kids to get and so even imagine the parent that that speaks Spanish and doesn't speak any English. So they'll have a translator in there with them, but the translator can only translate. They can't advise or tell them. So imagine how that would feel. I can't imagine. It sounds horrifying and terrifying. And again, you just want your child to get whatever they need. And so, I love that idea because I do think, and again, I think there's private sector people doing this right now that can work with FCPS to be either on a resource guide list or something to help the families there. That's a really good one.
I've gone to a couple of fairs here in Frederick, and there are people out there that are willing to do that.
And I think it's important for FCPS to utilize the people who are already there doing it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Utilize what's already out there as well. Well, we love you. We think she could be a great addition to our board. Again, just somebody who seems practical, who's not gonna toe the line with any one person or thing. She's her own person. I know it for sure. All right, Veronica Lowe, she is on the ballot for the Board of Education November 5th. And make sure you share this along to people who may not even have kids at FCPS, because every voter is making this decision and you should make it wisely. And we appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you.
Want to thank Veronica for that. All right, now we're going to get to my husband, Ashe, with his tech tip for the week.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of Tech Tips with Ashley from 34 Blast. This week we're going to talk about troubleshooting steps for common PC issues. These are common little things that if your computer's running slow, it's running sluggish, it's not opening programs, it's not just acting quite right. These are little tips and tricks you can do before you actually engage a professional such as me to come and sort out exactly what is going on. First of all, identifying the problem. First thing, we need to know what the problem actually is. Take a moment to work out what's not running quite right. Why is it running slow? When is it running slow? Is it in the morning, the afternoon? Was it after you installed a program? Are you getting any error messages? All of that information is important, that if you do engage a professional such as me, that will make your time a lot faster and also a lot less costly to actually have a professional look at it. So write down anything you can and be as specific as possible. We can always go from there to find the solution fairly quickly. Here's a common one, and most people are going to smile when I say this one. Restart your computer. Restarting the computer can actually take care of most transient issues that you have on a computer. If it's not hardware related, if it's software related, basically restarting your computer will clear out the memory, clear out anything that's cache related, that sort of stuff, just to stop the processes that may be running out of control, and it will just gently reset your computer to hopefully get it back to where it's supposed to be. Next step, if it's something a little bit bigger, like your monitor isn't on, or you can't get to the internet, check your connections. Making sure if the monitor's not working, make sure it's nicely snugly, even actually unplug it and plug it back in. If your internet's not working properly, restart your modem. Restart the Wi-Fi router if you're on a Wi-Fi router. It always is a good thing to restart your modem and router on a weekly basis. I know most people don't tell you that. Most people don't even do that ever, unless there's a power outage, then it gets reset itself anyway. But just making sure that things are nice and clean and reset and working the way they're supposed to be. For a little bit more technical stuff, there are built-in troubleshooters into Windows. This is Windows-based stuff. This is most of the stuff I'm going to give you tips and tricks on. There are built-in troubleshooters inside Windows. So it's very easy. You can press the start button, type troubleshoot, and it'll basically run you through a whole wizard of, hey, what's going on, or tell us what's going on, and they'll run certain checks and balances to make sure and run through and reset network connections or video adapters or all sorts of different things. And it's very simple, very easy, very hands-off, very low technical too. One of the major things is, have you updated your Windows? Have you made sure that your Windows is updated? Obviously, built into Windows Update is already there. Most of the times I see people have installed all the Windows updates, but it requires a restart, which goes back to where I was just a few minutes ago, to apply those updates, especially for big cumulative updates or versioning updates. You need to restart your computer while it's offline to basically apply those updates. Doing that, believe it or not, can fix a lot of the issues. Now for more technical stuff, you can restart in safe mode, which I'm not going to go into. This is more of a technical thing, and most people will not even realize there is a safe mode in Windows that you can go into, or you can go and remove unnecessary files. Once again, you've got to be very careful with that, because you think it's unnecessary, but it may be very necessary. You can always check for malware. Now there are plenty free malware software out there that you can use. One that I use a fair bit of is Malwarebytes. Second to that is called Hitman Pro, and I'll have links at the bottom of the screen for those places to go and get them. They're free. They obviously, after a trial period of 30 days, they want you to buy the full version, but you can get free scans out of it, and it will identify a lot of unwanted information that may have snuck onto your machine that you can clear out, restart your machine, you're good to go. Lastly, if you can't get it just quite right going through all of that, seek a professional's help. Obviously, that's where I come in. I'm always available to assist businesses with helping with their networks and their computers all the way through, and it's fairly common sort of thing. As computers do get older, they do get slower. It's just called bloat, software bloat from the operating system. So to wrap up, troubleshooting your computer can be fairly straightforward if you follow the steps that I've given you in this one. Run built-in troubleshooters, check for updates, restart your computers, check your connections. And if you're still not quite sure, or if you're not confident enough to do it, reach out to a professional. That's what we do. That's all our entire job is, to basically troubleshoot and work out what's going on in the computer. With a little patience, you'll get pretty smart at it. Don't get discouraged if things don't work perfectly right away. With practice, you become more comfortable handling common computer issues. That's it for this week. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.
All right. I want to thank Ashe for that. He is a computer genius. All right. Coming up tomorrow, Local Compass with Antietam World Travel and Royal Caribbean. And I've got Aaron from City Youth Matrix and another Aaron. It's a show of the Aarons from Camp Bow Wow. That is coming up tomorrow. And we hope you join us. Thank you so much. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. I just need 7 more to hit that 1,000 mark. I appreciate all your support. Have a great day. Get out there and be great, Frederick.
From downtown streets